Hello, beautiful fellow human beings, and good morning. Well, I guess not terribly late. It's 12:56 here in Southeast Florida. Test. Good morning. Okay, it works. So real quick, I wanted to just use some scraps and tie on to sorry. Yeah, I guess I just served to poke myself there. Tie on to this safety pin. Now I definitely wish I didn't lose that, but I did find a few pieces of silicone when I was organizing, and so maybe that. Yeah. No poke. So, hope everyone's having a decent day. Hello, Guar. How's your day going? How's your evening going? I'm gonna tie onto the safety pin. I have a lot of pretty sturdy ones. So, let's see. Just wanna make it quick. Mosquito. My mosquito hoe, my Versace hot tip. Yee, one of these maybe. Trying to see which ones. Either have a silver head or none at all. So, yeah, I'll make a little one of these guys. Or, cool. It was a brutal day today, let me tell you what. Like, brutal enough that, I usually want to vent, and I just don't. But, wow. I'm wiped. So, got most everything packed, and gonna try to van it instead and cut out codes van, so gonna make it essentially a spy van, you know, with like plenty of recon ability, like collapsible kayaks and shit. Trailer and a Boston whaler. Instead of cake, a trailer. Instead of a cherry, a Boston whaler. Every day life gets shorter. It's gonna be sweet, methinks. Oops. Since it's not a fly, I don't have to really go so hard on it. But either one of these. Shoot, I just. Oh yeah. Yes. Oh, bluegill kill. Excuse me. Ah, should have did this one. Excuse me. Let's see. This wasn't supposed to take this long, my bad. I was just supposed to make a little thing. So what did I do on this? No, I don't know. What do y'all think? Anybody's here? Alabama. Very nice. Oh, sorry. Y'all were guessing. Florida. I'm from Florida. Born and raised, and probably shall forever stay. I got really beautiful place. Maybe a scrim. Sorry, this is supposed to be quick. Oh, yeah. Crazy. Hope everyone's night's going golden. Yeah. Keep, oh, that'd be cool. Maybe something will come to me. Here's a box of scraps. Essentially, let me de-nest the so let's see. Fishing flies, yeah. Right now I'm making one or tying one on a safety pin real quick. It was supposed to be real quick, but oh, a little woolly bugger. How do I get a head on them? There. Yeah, use scrap. Oops. Circle. Let's see. Yeah, so trying to figure out. Oh my god. 56. Okay. It's getting to be that time of year, and the water. I was gonna say the weather's warming up, but I guess I wanted to say the water's warming up, because that's the important bit, isn't it? And man, if something pops into my mind, I'm gonna give. Oh, okay. Give. I was gonna say. Yeah. Oops. Doesn't have to be super secure and all that. What part of the world are y'all coming from? Tennessee, very nice. I'm dying to check out Tennessee one of these days. And make sure I show up with an empty stomach, because y'all look like you have some as close to divine food as possible. Same thing with Louisiana. Yeah, I guess everywhere has their... When I think of a place, I think my mind goes to the food. This around. Just a wee quickie. I'll add some more, but like shorter. Floof. It's so soft, you like can't feel it at all. Do I ever just remember Anna Nicole Smith? She was a delight. Yeah, I do have the tippy tips. Just want to get down. Get down on that. Get down on. There's solar panel ad. Right on. So, before I head back to the swamp, I really gotta make some. Probably make some time to return, honestly. I'll have better luck with it. But try to get over to the intercoastal to see the sailboats. Because there's loads of abandoned vessels over there. And I'm probably leaving the end of this week. So. Oh, that popped off, so better be careful. So instead of yeah, flash, instead of wire, I'll probably use Flashaboo. So Bruce, yeah, I do. I do want to get again. I used to have a pair from Harbor Freight. They were like $5 on a sidewalk sale. I think that's how much they are. Like usually, maybe not now, but the visors that have all the magnifying glasses on it, super useful. Many things. When I was a kid, I used to find which it's calcite, right? Calcite crystals growing on coral and stuff. A lot of places are landscaped with white rocks. Sure, it's weird. Not a 4/4 though. And my bad, 2/4. 50 cents. I was thinking about 50 cent to be totally honest. My mom's really into 50 cent. And every time she plays or has me put 50 cents on or 50 cent on, I get fun facts every time. Mad into the not the lore, because it's real life. I shouldn't say it like that, because it is pretty intense. And all that champagne was apple juice. No, it was like, what was it? Ginger ale, which, right on, man. Now that everything's coming out, that's understandable. Wild. Oh, that's a random one. Yeah, maybe the other little batch one. Safety pin. If there's any special pattern that you like, that maybe you can't fish within your area, but you have Sentimental at that place, it'd be sweet to tie them to a safety pin. And this would take like a quarter to ship, like a stamp. I mean, set the pieces down. I also just got these shorts from Walmart not too long ago, but they fell behind a dresser and I couldn't find them. I don't know why. Thought that was interesting enough to say out loud, but exciting stuff. I was quite surprised by losing my voice a little bit, but I was quite surprised by like their utilitarian clothes. Like they always have utilitarian clothes, kind of a thing or a staple of there. But like that fits decent. I tell you what, that's a relatively new phenomenon. Is it magic? Oh, okay. I grabbed something from the other side. So there's 4 strands on one side, but then 1 on the other. God, I can hardly move my back. It's squeaking at this point. So I get up a little bit. So, well here, let me zoom in. Let me get right up in here. Yeah. Alright, so I do have some beads that are open. They're used to cover knots. You get them in most jewelry stores, jewelry making, or crafting section that has jewelry supplies in it. But really useful here, and they're usually quite decent quality. I'm not the biggest fan of Michael's because a lot of the stuff seems to be well, the opposite of decent quality, unfortunately. And like the beading wire and that kind of thing kind of is alive. At that point, how fast it reacts to just air. Okay. So everyone here is in rare form. Oh shoot, that's not even. I feel, shoot. I appreciate that chicken, I'm just kidding. I have a lot to edit, like a lot. Those essentially, unfortunately, are edited in about 2 seconds because, gosh, the whole point was to make this studio back here a place to focus on, like, specifically the projects we got going right now, and one of that is editing. Fortunately, my computer can't really handle it right yet. It's, it's fine, but I shall figure something out. Because I have to clear that little camera. God, it has to be like down to the last month until the water is ideal pretty well always at Blue Heron Bridge. Really stoked on this, so probably just going to figure out the most efficient possible outdoor setup where you could get around with a little kayak that won't pop. Those see, foldable that sounds scary as hell, to be frank, but they look real good and real ideal for this area. And if anybody has like any recommendations as far as stuff like, especially if y'all go out in nature on foot a lot, like what's your carry like? What do you make sure you have on you? What do you say, "Fook," when you realize you forgot it? Stuff like that. That's getting fun too. Excuse me, I might clear my throat. I'm like losing my voice a little bit. My dad is going through cancer treatments, and it's jaw and neck, so the ringing in his ear, he can't really hear. But I'm a pretty quiet talker, so my voice is toast. Alright, fold these down. Ooh. But man, there's only like a few weeks left, maybe even just like 2, I don't know. I really don't even know it. I think it's Monday. Fried, burnt out. I'll be able to like reset and process the last few months in a few days, but holy trucks. So I feel like I got hit by a certain way. I appreciate y'all bearing with the deep fried state. And why didn't I add more fluff? Rough and fluff. I'm trying to like speed run, which never until like, you know, 2 per day. I do want to find some patterns that are good to make bulk of, so I can like practice like like hand movements and stuff like that. Like I guess speed, but I'd like to do something that's easy to find bulk material in, but also useful in most any situation. I know woolly grubbers, clouser minnows. Alright. Oh, it's hot. Starting to come down a little bit. It's a cool 86 degrees back here. Sitting in a back room in Southeast Florida, and the window that's fully exposed, not for long, is a little packed full of what is that again? Insulation. Jeez. Alright, so let's see. Hackle feather. Maybe like orange, but orange. What's the opposite of orange? Blue? Yeah, that's blue, I think. Alright. Isn't that like a Florida, like, no, is it? I can't remember. I'm sure it's some team's colors. Ooh, pink would be dope. Man, I think I'll go with that instead. But the brighter pink. Pink and orange is just sick. I don't know know if y'all know the designer Kate Spade, but it's really dark. I actually quite liked her stuff. It's real leather, so it's pretty sweet. And but rest in paradise, man, 'cause she went out hard. Not hard, like in a good way, just like yikes. Okay. Yes, I'll go up. Where is it? Yeah. I'll go fold. Camera. Oh man. Oh, I guess it's not too late. Ah. Scary Larry. Yeah, we got the proper scissors. Still tying on the safety pin. Ay, 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 ay. Ah, okay. Nope. Slippery. Oh, maybe some peacock herl instead. I don't know. That sounds lovely, actually. So I'm going to. Oh man, how did I get on the bottom? It's stacked precariously, but also pretty efficiently for the setup at hand. Appreciate it, Walter, who found a large amount of Tupperware and passed those along to me, which, quite honestly, saved a lot of sanity. Okay, so shells and especially clear storage containers are akin to water in a desert after like a long walk or something. I don't know. It is the promise of efficiency. I mean the potential of efficiency. One day I hope to live, not too crazy. I don't, like maybe an old library, the shelves still there, and that will be plenty of space to sort every hobby, every little collection, and that is what I dream about. Ooh. All right. I feel like this peacock curl. I really want to also do hat clips or tie clips. I know I'm American, but I still think it would be cool to make some tie clips. I'm sorry, I don't know why I thought that would be funny. I got my humor from my grandpa, rest in paradise. It sounded clever in my mind, I'm sorry. get the pen. Oh shoot, I'm sorry, I missed a lot. Safety pin, Steve Craig, yep. Wanted to make a little wearable thing really quick. Ooh. Okay. So I'll probably use definitely one of those beads. Oh yeah, shoot, that's... Wait, maybe I'll just go in between the channel instead of fighting against the currents. Like, that'll be some nice striping. Alright. Okay, try not to trap any fibers. I thought it was gonna be hurting tomorrow. Every time he gets a little energy, he goes too hard and just does like a lot of socializing, whether it be texting a lot because he uses the mic. And unfortunately, he's got one volume of voice. So for somebody that has to rest their voice, that is almost not possible. So just parting these looks really nice. Could do this, but maybe I could try to add wire going the opposite way. If a fish were to bite it, maybe this would unravel and you would... I don't know. What is... Aha! Yep.
Right now?
Yeah. That's funny. My dad sees the live stream on YouTube. But gotta find some better tasting honey, I think. 'Cause they don't have the Florida honey at the Publix. And at least I can find it. Maybe it was in the Florida section. I am sorry. That's a possibility. Ah, shit. Are you serious? No. Oh no. That was so nice looking. But now it's gone. Man, that sucks. That's okay. So what I'll do instead is I'm going to add a little beard, if you will, a little scruff around its chin. And then, like, some, how do you say, what's it called? Flash view going the opposite direction. So that'll be nice, right? Let's see. Can I do a No. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. I could hear him screaming in the other room. That'd be... Hey, run! Chicken on biscuits, that would be much appreciated. I don't know if you're on Discord or any other things, but please do not hesitate. I'm more than happy to ship flies in return to you or Buddy or the bees. I'll never forget once there was a Frenchman buying boxes of mason jars at Walmart, and it was during the holidays, so I asked what he was gonna or if he was preserving something, and I was like, no, it's for the bees. And I was like, right on, honey jars. And then he proceeded with, you come outside and see the bees, which we didn't necessarily did linger around a little bit, and sure enough, he had a truck full of bees parked right there. So, okay, let me get a little scruff on there from the marabou. Pretty much just using scrap for this, but I can tie any pattern onto it. Yes, you could definitely give a go. Maybe I'll do it on the outfit. Okay, so let me start over with that. Let me grab a different scrap. Maybe. Oh, excuse me. This one is a little too fluffy. These marabou feathers, working with them really never gets old. Okay. Hey, David. I'm pretty good. Tying here on a safety pin. I saw these hat pin blanks on Amazon, but just hit me that I do have safety pins, and I wish I added more fluff down there, but we live for learning, and can't find what I'm looking for in there, so I'm just gonna wrap some of this up here. Right on. I heard myself in the other room, that's wild. Reality shift. I'm from Florida, Kim Tan. It's spring, so essentially summer. No, not summer yet. You'll know. You'll know. Like you could feel the sun like it's summer, but the breeze is pretty incredible right now. Just for fun. And if anybody has any pattern recommendations for sandy shorelines or warm water in general, you know, salt water, warm water, fresh water, because we'll be back in the swamp and hopefully I'll finally see a peacock bass in person. Slippery. Ah! Ow. Okay. Moment of truth, because I'm just kind of trying to blow through this. That's so nice. In my humble opinion. Stoked on that. Alright. Maybe this one little bit of oh, yeah. Holographic. So Kim and Tam tying a little thing on a little thing. Tying a thing on a safety pin. And doing note some of the flies that I'm not sure what I could target or use them in like what situations here. However, the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. Hello. Oh, I may be practicing on safety pins. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking for an excuse to wear the things. But yeah, I'll be back out in the swamp in a few days here, so I'm fixing to start running out of hooks left and right. Tuppence will no longer be a walk away, and so not fun, but yeah, like that. Oh my god. I haven't thought of them in forever. Back to the drawing board with the waves a million times before. Mast. That's Tony Lovato. Wow. I probably, well, I guess a few years ago, like randomly. I remember hearing like well, you know, did something not nice. Extremely not nice. Shanked someone. But I couldn't really remember because, like, certainly before we had computer. God, it's so freaking slippery, it drives me nuts. How to remedy that? I mean, I guess not just trying to travel up it like it's a flight of stairs, but oh my gosh. Oh, it drives me to pieces. Okay, we're about to let me throw some glue on. Being half packed is a bit of a, yeah. A bit of a nightmare I can't seem to wake from. Nope. Alright, so I got there on this little thing. Just wanted to like something to leave behind attached to something. Let's see. No fishing. But anybody like a flag on this one was 2 seconds. I'm gonna attach it to something here and wait until someone to, well, yeah, I'll put it in one of those boxes. Oh, I love it. When the stripe down the center kind of failed, but look at that go. Let me get back. Wow. So that's pretty sweet. A little sloppy, but you see him kind of rush through the thing. Oh, I might have to do that a few more times, cause lining it. Cause even moth holes and things, could put a bunch. Yeah, I'm real stoked on that. I could put like a little crab ticket. Real stoked on being able to get back to the crustacean eyes though, because I'm pretty well out. I'm out of being able to choose through them. So I gotta sit there and make a few. That hurt my cat. My cat's in the middle of the swamps. Ron, how's your night going? I don't know if you're still here. Been trying to get everything, consolidated, but hyper organized. Cause when I unload it and unpack it, I just want to put it into place, and I have to organize it all over again. Cause kind of dropped everything in a moment's notice, so I didn't like pack it very cohesive. So we have a few more days to get everything, but I wish I could caught some fish right on. Yeah, please let me know like what patterns are good for your area. I want to ship something out, and I don't know, see if any fish anywhere wants to like give it like a little nibble. So, and I understand, like, I have scams. I have scrim. No. If anybody would like to try any of these like amalgamations, of course, some of them are quite I'm quite excited about. Yeah, they've probably missed the proportional like points a little bit, but it'd be interesting to see how they move nonetheless. And I'm more than happy to ship any out and give any patterns a go. But I'm gonna fan is making my mouth dry, but it's so hot back here. Beach rose. It's quite alright though. And feather. I'm just playing. I really want to do find do. I really want to find some form of situation that like where you can camp on water, like how you can do that legally without issue. Because I'm not talking for months at a time. I'm talking maybe like a night or 2 nights. But the problem is I don't have a boat or any form of vessel for that matter. But I'm thinking, like, I saw a John boat on Facebook, but it went like that. John boat with a trolling motor and like a bunch of stuff. And 400 I think it went for. He was looking for a paddle kayak. The dude that was looking to trade. Wow, really appreciate that. Holy jokes. Check on biscuits. I really appreciate that. Please, if you're on Instagram, Facebook, anything, please don't hesitate. I will. I do make other stuff, not just slides. Pretty much just been kind of toying with scraps here and there, like stuff that I could bring out and about, and slides. But I don't have to give anything a go, really. Let's see. You can't see my feet. I never know. You never know. Really, appreciate the K4, K4, K4. I'm just kidding. That sounds cool though. K4. If I was still making little, I did a while back have a comic going where not a comic, but like a doodle in which like theme I would repeat often. Spanish clips. I do want to write comics one day, but one day, emphasis on that. And the universe is called Karmok. The main reason I wanted to make A is like doodling stunning space theme. No, but like space themes is fun because you could, not really pay attention to if things are realistic or not. But also, oh, what joy coming up with words that are specifically supposed to sound like nothing here. I really dig that part. But never like focus long enough to get anything done. But like those little things, like little big things. And like I have a lot to I don't know if anybody is fond of editing out there, or if anybody who sees this is fond of editing, but I just I don't know, I don't really, I'm not good at storing a lot of media because managing it, and I fill space pretty fast, especially, I gotta like save every dang thing on the computer. I don't know why, but it's full, so real slow, and I just can't edit on it, but the phone's fine. It's gonna only do 20 clips. And I don't know if that CapCut is around. I haven't tried it. UCut was on my phone, so used that and quite liked it. I mean, it's just easy peas, really. And I want to put more time into them. Just not really sure what to use on iPhone, but I don't know how to say. It's very hot back here. A little dizzy. So I'm gonna grab some water real quick, and I shall return in 2 seconds. I can feel it in here, but you know, any bit of misery could be used to your advantage. I will be so much more heat tolerant. Just kidding. I will, yeah, be more heat tolerant. Gotta look on the bright side, right? Everything could be utilitarian if you find a little use in it, I suppose. These shorts are super comfortable, I will be real. but they're not waterproof. Well, they don't dry very efficiently. It took probably 9 hours for me to dry. But, so, oh gosh, I almost forgot. So yesterday, finally went out on the shoreline here. There's the shoreline fishing portion, not on the garden beach. So you get a little stretch. And man, I'm surprised I didn't mention it until now, because that has become pretty well my only focus for now, because, you know, I'm a vesselless creature. Excluding this one, I have none that's at least, you know, like, I don't have one with the cabin or like a little warm, cozy spot. But I just can't wait, because, I just, you know, whatever your mind wants, within reason, like, you know, it's probably for a reason. But anywho, it was real nice. I didn't throw spot neck sinker on it. I just used the pyramid weight, which was more than fine. I thought it was going to be dragging about and pushing inward. I don't know what I thought. I thought I wasn't going to be, you know, having as much of a good time as I did. It was only for a few hours, because planned on staying longer, but I tell you what, these shorts were soaked, and it got cold. It got cold quick too. So got to the point I really was too cold. I couldn't cast. Couldn't even think about casting. And used just pyramid weight with pompano rig and squid and sand fleas. Nothing though, not even nibbles. So I don't know if right time, probably left at the perfect time, honestly. Usually goes that way. They'll stick eventually, but the casting is kind of what I was most paying most attention to. It's just the wildest feeling possible, and I liked that. And for facts, 100%. It was it's the Atlantic side, Florida coast, East Coast, and like I made sure obviously no one's behind you, so you could really like. I get nervous on piers, man, like for sure, for real, and because sometimes like get a little hungry and don't see it wrap around that tip, and I just sat down for a second, and I was just using this catfish. I'll get a new reel eventually, but it was, and it's in the water. I just sat down for a second and took this picture, and then got back up, and it wasn't moving. It wasn't budging. It looks flat in that picture, but it was a good current. The tide was changing. It was just real good. 10 out of 10. So I want to do this. So getting a little table, 2 chairs, and a few chairs, goes for others, but 2 for sure, and one of those Cabela cot tents. I'm sure other people make them, but I found an old Cabela's catalog, and there's these tent cots. It's real good, I'm telling you. That's ideal for here. Can maybe like, if you've seen those Clone King germination stations or propagation stations, these foam discs, you could put some like bug gunk on it for ants. It's ideal. And yeah, that, and just, you know, go to the beaches that allow for fishing all day, like not just before and after the beach closes, and really get it's just the why I would have been doing that this whole time. I don't know what I was thinking. Thought it was just going to be pushing back, and like I wasn't going to be able to get it out there. Granted, probably didn't get far enough, but that's where practice makes progress, not perfection. I'm slipping. So I any shoreline tips or recommendations, techniques, it's really more than appreciated. 85 degrees. It's getting lower, so it's cooling off a little bit. So I don't know. It's being mean. It's quite alright. So I'm just talking fishing rivers. It's a little hot, so I might be rambling a little bit. So I'm also half packed, so I don't really have a flow going, or less of a flow than usually. But yeah, man, it's real hot. But tomorrow I'm hoping to try to situate some form of air conditioning, because it's I can feel my pores, put it that way. So maybe I'll grab some ice or something. Telling you, I have no need to exaggerate, but the heat emanates because there's insulation on the window, and that window is like a grow house, like a greenhouse. It's piercing, and then it stays. It's wild, but it makes it really, really hard to think. But anyway, I love y'all. I hope your nights are freaking perfect, 'cause kind of the best planet out there. But yeah, if anybody has any input as far as what's attack. Oh, my mind is fresh blank. I laugh, but that's light. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. How this heat is getting to yours truly. So maybe I will. I think tablets. What's tablets? Cool cat. Got a few more of these little barbed hooks for the sabiki, so that's pretty ideal as far as something useful. If y'all look up Paul DeBille, he's a local drone and underwater camera enjoyer. Oh gosh. Yeah. And the footage that he posted under Juno Pier here in southeast Florida, immense tornadoes of snook. They're like old dolphins or something. They have a really, really pleasant, streamlined look. One spot too for the foldable kayak, Jupiter Inlet is a lot of nooks and crannies, and they're redoing the ridge. I'm not sure if I posted any shorts on it, but I posted some pictures. Oh man. I really appreciate that, Chicken Biscuit. So, when I was a kid, I was convinced I was going to be an archaeologist, and then I discovered that I wasn't that into available clothes, so got into sewing and utilizing first my sheets. I think the first dress I made was my bedroom sheets, and my mom came in the next morning and I had no sheets like that. And this striped dress, which one day I'll find a sewing machine again that works. And I really appreciate it, so please, I cannot express enough. I went to this small Catholic school down the street called Sacred Heart, and one of my uniforms got ruined from sitting on hot gum. Gnarls Barkwood. Shite was gnarly. And I did get to go home early for it though. Long story short, cut that bit out and had all the fabrics, so made made a bag with it. And for some reason, they were less than pleased with it. Knowing it would have just got tossed. But 57, 59 years ago this was, so. Ooh, good job. Set feathers down near-ish. Okay. So. Right on, Damon. Please do feel free to recommend any patterns. Or anything, really. This color is pretty ideal. I wanted to make also like a really, really tiny. I like those marabou jigs. I have some. Oh. I feel like I'm on the verge of seeing things. See, it's not as bad as it was hoped, but today, like yesterday, it got to 94. Whoa, that's up there, and still, you know, working through it, like trying to stay busy. Because the website is up, so if anybody does tie flies or just want to show flies they've tied in the past, I want to make a gallery, and not just flies, tackle in general, art, anything. And hopefully a farm will be up soon and a Kynto portal, but I'm working on that in 90 plus degree heat back here. But today I got to 95. But then, or yesterday I got to 95. The day before it was 94. And then today it got to 96. Has breathing fire. But, you know, want to be on one of those survival shows one day, so. So I gotta get going too. I really want to start practicing at Peanut Island, which is locally. You could camp there. Not a lot of spots you could camp. an ocean in this area that I know of. Without being, you know. Don't want to be yelled at. I got some fossil. Ooh, holy trucks. That didn't, I didn't expect that. I get Devonian fossils from river flooding. Been collecting for years, 280 to 420 million years. Now that's a long time to be collecting. That's wicked. Bet your collection is sick. I'm just kidding. But no, that's a, let me look up pictures so I can proper Devonian. Oh, I have exactly. Please excuse me. Hopefully within the next few days, like, of not having to. My dad has buzzing in his ears, so I can't hear very well. I have one of these from when I was a kid because okay, so when I was a kid, I would often say I was playing Tomb Raider. My dad did irrigation, so a lot of the properties he was doing installations on were huge and gotta be there for hours. So I also played a lot of Tomb Raider. And this one lady used to throw fossils in the pool and let me swim for them, which her husband was either an archaeologist or a geologist, and she used to give me bounties. I still have a lot of the crystals and beads, like carved, really large stone beads, and haven't got too lucky. I haven't seen any like few finding it in like junk bins at yard sales, but never in the wild. That's incredible. Yeah, and I wish. So shells, I could look for shells for hours, beachcomb for hours, but I really want to get to a spot where perhaps could do some panning for gold or crystal mining. There is a mine, Fort Drum for calcite, and that is pretty neat. You might be into that. Fort Drum here in Florida. Trilobite. That's it. That's every time I think of that, like that's one of the words that pops up, and I'm always convinced that it's a different word. Trilobite, because there are these things that I think they're close from. I think they're the same thing. They are on the rocks here. I have to get pictures of them. There's sometimes they can get quite eerie looking, but they're trilobites. But here's like a pretty exceptional specimen. Was found in that. I broke the screen protector off this sand, but the calcite grows in the old uh, mollusks, maybe other stuff. I don't know why I specified mollusks. I'm not sure. You can find calcified coral a lot of places, even in the landscaping rocks. But excuse me, that's the only crystal that I really know of here. Oh, I really appreciate y'all for bearing with me, because it is, like, I don't know, like the same, like talking in a loud, like a really loud room, but that's what my like, head feels like my, oh, hollow. Oh no. Are you really in here somewhere? God. I keep myself occupied. But I'm gonna get some wire. Nice little, yeah. No, I want to check out Fort Drum so bad. And Peace River, a lot. Stopped for about a second on the way back from the West Coast. However, that's where you'd go to find the megalodon teeth, and really want a magnet fish there also. But yeah, Casperson Beach too. I haven't been there, but that's known for like shark teeth, so I hear. But Peace River, holy trucks. Peace River Megalodon tooth. Just like first pictures, so definitely some sick stuff to find here. Not gold though. Well, cob coins and shipwreck. If you have seen the shipwreck map of Florida, it's pretty neat. So let me put some of this in here. Cool. Definitely gonna wanna like get back in those gut piles. I gotta remember how odd that sounds sometimes. Because, you know, gut piles were news to me. But now I've become quite stoked to check them out. At the hunting grounds, there are gut piles. And before coming here, I was going back there to look for some materials, quite frankly. Because back there is pretty well hog, deer, turkey. I do. And there are stocked ponds back there, but it is Jurassic back there. And the gut piles are pretty easy to find, just follow the vultures. And there's a cell tower with hundreds sometimes. Ooh. Hold it back. Yep. Hold on a moment. Wee little fish. Man, I kind of called it in the worst way, because my dad has been out of it for the last few days, understandably so, but he's on a 2-week break from chemo and radiation, but as soon as he gets some energy, he decides that's the time to call every single person he knows. He's already losing his voice. So, dang. It's gonna be like a commission for next few days, I'm sure. It's usually how it goes. We are pattern recognizers, data feeders, and we recognize patterns. So, pattern here is, man, he's gonna be wrecked tomorrow, because it's like it says his neck and the back of his throat, like the base of his tongue, they said. So, yeah, he gonna be sore tomorrow, unfortunately. I wish I had put some of this flash first. It looks really nice with marabou. I don't feel the need to fold. Oh, I will. Some extra. I'll go up a little bit. And I'll go back down. Because the marabou that gets wet wraps around this, and it looks so scaly. So hopefully I'll make 2 of whatever comes about here, and then use some of those loop knots to make a super quick sabiki. Like, I get there only $2 usually for your regular old sabiki, but they don't sell them everywhere, and a lot of the tackle shops near Blue Heron close really early. Okay, so I need some shimmy. I'm gonna use some of this kind of base suit. Ooh, oh, that almost went flying. Alright, so let me get the wire on. Away. What? Okay, get this little tail. Found a few macaws in need of a home. Not necessarily locally, but one was in Jacksonville, which, oh, it's not too far, like train or it's boiling. Does anybody know who Buff Corell is? It's a person I do think about a lot, actually. The human body, just such a marvel. Feeling my existence all over right now. It is brutally hot, so I'm gonna probably just run away. I'm gonna put the little squirrel on my first before I run away. Just kidding, y'all. I probably will stare at the wall for a few hours tonight and then do it all again tomorrow. But should be back at my desk this weekend, so I'm gonna work on a better backdrop and try to get some better organization happening in there. Finally, just rethink the kind of stations I have going. For a while I was working on a lot of resin, UV resin stuff, and drawings, so I still have some kind of stations that I gotta pick up. Creation stations, if you will. Alright. Oh, wish me luck, y'all. If you would be so kind. I will do the same. Because, whew, it's getting tough out in these parts. But I love y'all. Have a beautiful evening. If there's any patterns or materials or recommendations, anything, please never hesitate. I really appreciate that. Check in just because I'm gonna be Co-Block. He's usually here. He's built in kind of like a social platform, but pretty soon gonna have hopefully some, if you will, like thought parties where just kind of come up with random things or have themed discussion groups. And 'cause there's loads of stuff that's really fun to discuss without, you know, wanting to like destroy your fellow man. Like, God, I mean, I was trying to post about it on my Facebook, but I don't know if like the people I know got what I was saying, like no in real life. Which I kind of made my Facebook public because I wasn't really using it for anything other than posting like little things. But anywho, I Captain. I can't help but see like war zones everywhere I look. Everywhere I look. Every bit of the planet, or every continent has a few, you know, going on. And then every comment section, like, it's really intense right now. And like, it's always intense. It's planet Earth, with human beings, and numerous societies. It's a volatile planet, and you know, we're hurling through space. That's always going to be intense. However, I'm talking the disgust seemingly that every human has for one another right now on the internet. And I'm a hermit through and through, to be totally honest. But man, that definitely got me out of my little hovel, because I like society. I love human beings. And like all kinds of them. Ever since I was really young, I used to, like, for instance, steal my dad's beer and bring it to the those without homes at that current moment down at the square downtown, and my guitar, and just like sit there for hours listening to the wildest stories that I would have just never heard otherwise. And since then, I always made it a point to talk to as many types of people as possible, and I can dig it. I can see like a lot of different ways that I don't see myself, and we're all equipped to do that. That's why it's just like, it's distressing, man. People are really into not digging other people right now. It's like, dang, bring back that I want to buy the world a Coke commercial already. So anyway, happy trails, y'all. Before I go in a little bit of a ranty circle. Ooh, one more minute, it'll be 100 minutes. Yeah, sorry, I just can't seem to think in this heat. Yeah. I know, I'm just gonna keep rambling and not get much time done. But love y'all. I appreciate y'all with every fiber of my existence. So please never hesitate. And more than happy to ship anything out. I also like to make stuff out of scrap bits, like chains and stuff. Just like easy things, but yeah. I hope you have a beautiful evening. Wow. Elok Mollusk. Howdy do. Hey, I really appreciate that. That's been brutal last few months for or in this direct corner of the world, so it's quite surreal that within that, like, there's like a possibility to even connect with others, let alone like happy chappy. I'm just happy to be here through and through and not going anywhere anytime soon. That is for dang sure. I will be here for a good long while. So I've never hesitated, as always. And if there's any music, recipes, Discord, it's quite nice. And more the merrier. So yeah, feel free to find any of us. And oh man. Confused goldfish. I tie flies. Well, learn to tie flies every weekday, and I think these next few days will probably be late streams, but then we'll go back to a little bit earlier in the day. Not midnight. I think it's probably like 12:45 when I hit live. I can't seem to get on earlier. Day sneaks away. The time has become more like water rather than sand. I miss when it used to feel like sand, because at least, you know, sand's hard to hold on to, but you got grains that get stuck. So, you know, but you could account for time, at least the majority of it, but I don't know. I'm still convinced, like, different parts of space or different, like, rotations. I mean, obviously, right? We keep it together for a bunch of people that were aware that we're hurling through space, I guess is what I'm saying. And that, yeah, there is actually. There is, there's one with a Eeyore, Eeyore on it. I've been trying to organize, but man, it just keeps getting hotter and hotter, and like, it's like during the day I would probably look like I'm near death. I don't try to be dramatic, you know, because I just try to like stay out of the way and like stay busy for sure. But anyway, I'm not complaining because there's bigger fish to fry, and I don't even have a wok yet. So I do have some peanut oil somewhere, but no round bottom crucible. But yeah, confused schoolfish, please feel free to come back and like all more than welcome. I'm really stoked to have Kynto, because in probably any time, I actually have no idea because I've been away for 5 months, but it should be pretty well there for hosting some like discussions where you could share mic, video, just type, anyway. So like, you know, some people don't like talking or using their voice. Type. Yeah, it's like a communication software for everyone. And the typing, you can have a voice readout, and you eventually will be able to choose what voice you want to read out. Like you know, out of probably a few robot voices. And if anybody dabbles in any form of art and likes pixel art, also never hesitate. I've done a few. It's isometric perspective. I've made a few pieces, and they're all in Kynto. Some are pretty alright, and some are a lot of place, but they're appreciated, and I get a huge kick out of that. There's like a 100-foot tall Jesus in there, so pretty neat. But yeah, pixel art is really fun to tinker with, and working on a fly vise or a hook vise and all that. But I think it's aspray and pixil art.com. You could give it a go for free on pixelart.com. Aspray, I think it's like $15 or something. I could be wrong. It is. It's a time though. It's really nice. It's a nice tinker thing, and even though it's just like tinkering with little squares, it's like a finished product, because they live forever in Kynto, and like it could get populated with all kinds of stuff. And please feel free if y'all are on any social medias, because trying to get like things together, we've had rough years as humanity in general, so I think it's time to start just like setting up a bunch of tents in random areas with little gas burning stoves. Yeah, multiple configurations, like Australians. Sorry, ones I saw, I don't know if it was on YouTube or something, but it was just Australians showing all these like barbecue configurations. I'm talking cars. You just like swing a thing out, it's like a whole grill setup. I haven't stopped thinking about that. I think I was like probably 11 when I saw that. So maybe not YouTube. And so it's like 128 years ago, maybe like 127. Anywho, happy trails, y'all. Have a beautiful evening. Back out in the swamp in regular times, but we'll be also here tomorrow, and hopefully get on a little earlier, but probably not. I appreciate y'all sticking up. Grey Wolf, you're too old. What? No way. Yeah, I'm in Florida, Southeast Florida. My favorite meal is beef and fish. Any fish. Unless it leaves a weird taste in your mouth after. Got lost reef fish. I wish fried them up, or ate them a few minutes separately, because one of them left a weird taste. Next time I'll make like a vinegar like sauce or something to cut that. But anything that makes you feel good after and not like you want to go to sleep. So pretty much anything. And always looking for recommendations, because staying full and like full of energy, it's not very easy today. And a lot of the good, like, guaranteed nutrition, like, packed available food. I mean, thankfully it is Southeast Florida. Cuban cuisine is beautiful. It's perfect in every way. You're full all day, but like a real full. I mean, it would be redundant to list like different cuisines. It really would, because everyone knows how to do something miraculous with edible things. And yeah, like the fried snapper over like with fried yuca, like it's just real good. I mean, there's all kinds of different like again, it would be redundant, and I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know how sensitive the world is still. I really like food that that's what it's supposed to do. All right, and like more and more every day. Like highest respect to food that does what it's supposed to do. Feed, fill, fuel. The empty, oh my gosh, it's real bad. And then got like some fish, but I don't know what they did to it, because yeah, it was juicy and tender. But man, I know it's supposed to taste like it's supposed to be a little dry. You're supposed to dip it in sauce to if you know, but it wasn't. It was like hyper juicy, and it just tasted like soaked in something, and just little things like that. And like the bait fish, I'm fine with eating fried bait fish. I don't really get bored eating things like that's like fuel like that. Like it like pasta I could eat every day until like physically can't eat it anymore. But there's certain things like obviously a steak, you can eat that anytime, and like it always satisfies. You can always like get by on that, and same thing with fish, and just it's a lot easier to get beef, oddly enough, here on the Atlantic coast of Florida than it is to get fish. Fish you can get. It's from Thailand, beautiful place, but it's like bounced around until it's whatever it is at the store. It's just hyper. I mean, it's in the freezer. There's not much that needs to be done to it. But you learn little by little that it's all affected in one way or another, whether it be dye in the food or like brine or like other things that is for longevity. However, there's water right there. What else? You live once that you know of. I live once that I know of. Everyone has their beliefs, and that's what keeps us holding it together. Anyway, I gotta turn this off before I keep talking. I love y'all. Have a beautiful evening. Fresh, mostly saltwater. Just that's what I grew up with. However, last year, pretty much started getting into freshwater. Oh, real good, real good. Between the bluegill, red ear, what's that called, warmouth, and the mine cichlids, even though they're invasive. However, if you accidentally throw those, you know, like, have beautifully happy trails. I do, unfortunately, I do eat like a bird. I am trying to bulk up, which actually did lose my progress there, because lot of stamina and all that. And but I'm a grazer. However, high fat and got a big bag of collagen over here and slowly trying to accumulate the stuff. Cause man, I'm out of it. Like real burnt out. That's yeah, a little bit invisible here, so and try to make sure they're good. But I did burn out, and trying to do that. So that's why I'm a little monotone. But this is my grand escape for today. So I can't thank y'all enough because I look forward to midnight every night. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. Happy trails. I've been told that a lot, Alcatraz. Happy trails. You know, I don't compliment myself too often, but I will say this. If you were to get deserted on an island, I feel like I wouldn't be the worst person, alright? Got strata, or definitely have some baskets. Anyway, happy trails.